Ladies and gentlemen, seekers of truth and knowledge, welcome to a one-of-a-kind experience that will take you on a captivating journey beyond our world. Today, we have a special treat for you as we sit down with the renowned Andromedan Contactee Alex Collier. Prepare yourself for a rapid-fire question and answer session that delves into the depths of cosmic wisdom and unveils the mysteries of the universe. As always, please remember to like this video and share it with your friends and family. That way, it gets seen by more truth seekers. So, without further ado, here are today's rapid-fire questions and answers.
Hi, Alex. Are activation codes I think you need some activation codes up. Are activation codes of our missing DNA being ignited via the Andromedans for those of us who are ready?
Okay. No, it's not specifically the A's. Um, there is some assistance by benevolent forces, but primarily the origination of the frequencies, which we call the Schumann resonance or the spikes in the Earth's resonant field. I want you to look at the idea that many of the times that this has occurred, these huge spikes, there is no point of origin for the energy. And I want you to look at the idea that the origin might be us. We just may be the origin of some of these spikes, whether we're aware of it or not. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th, 10th, 11 dimensional souls. Now, the physical body that you carry, that you're in right now, contains 700 trillion volts. And that's just what you're aware of. Now, 4 days ago, you had no idea, right? Probably never thought of it. Now, imagine what your soul contains. Guys, this is a rescue mission. We came here to rescue. Okay? We came here to rescue. And that's exactly what we're doing. That is exactly what we're doing.
Alex, what is going on in Greenland that is so mysterious? Are there more beings beneath the earth than on the surface? In your opinion, what percentage of the quote human unquote population are actually hybrids, clones, or walk-ins? Thank you.
You know, the ruling elite have always fancied themselves as the blue bloods, coming from one particular line that wasn't polluted. That's their perspective. So that's why, they would have their offspring intermarry into the same family. Okay. First cousins, second cousins, maybe. And in fact, there's a video of one of the Rothschilds, senior Rothschilds, actually talking about that you would never marry outside the family. They would never allow it. So they would marry inside to keep the bloodline pure. So what we're talking about is these royal bloodlines, which is what they call themselves, having one genetic root. Well, they're hybrids. Okay, they're hybrids. They mated at some point with another species back in the past to create their bloodline. Well, the same things happen to almost all of humanity, virtually all, probably all of humanity, on the planet, except our root races are 22. Okay, 22. That's our root races. Not one, but 22. So technically, we're all hybrids. There are no pure humans on this planet. You know, I mean, the whole Adam and Eve story, even they were hybrids. They weren't pure. Okay, they were a mix, and that's more of a fairy tale than anything. So, what would be the original root race of humanity? It would probably be Lyran. But you'd have to go all the way back to Lyra when humans were colonized there from someplace to even find the original root race of humanity. Because as they migrated out of that system because of the war there, they met other races. And there was commingling because everybody had to survive and they had to figure out ways to survive. So they met other civilizations, they shared a solar system, things happen, love is love. It's colorblind, it's race blind. And wherever there's love, there's grace. And races commingled when they could. They're not all racist. Most of them weren't racist at all. That's a program. Racism is a program. So, technically, all of humanity is a hybrid of 22 different extraterrestrial races. So, the blue bloods have one, we have 22. Who's the real royalty? Who's the real royalty?
Hi, Alex. Can you talk about our sun and the high frequency waves of light hitting the planet? How is it affecting us? Also, is it changing our DNA and upgrading us? In the future, are more waves of light coming? And since we can't hold the light now, will we be prepared when it comes? Also, on the last Q&A, can you talk about the different grids of the planet? Sending love and prayers to you. Thank you for all you do.
Okay, well, you have like 4 or 5 questions there, so I'm going to deal just with the sun for the moment. The sun is like a giant capacitor. We live in an electric universe, and the energy that we get from the sun gets from a higher frequency, a higher dimension. Okay, and you have to understand that the sun itself doesn't generate all of its own energy. It's a capacitor. It brings energy in and it moves it forward. It passes it out. So the information that the sun is projecting is information, is frequency from a higher realm. And the closer their density gets to fourth, at some point, what's going to happen is we are going to transition from 3 into fourth. And at that moment, you're going to see a different star. It'll be a different star. It'll be larger. It may even have, well, it will in fact have a greater capacity to shine and to permeate more frequencies. The sun that we have currently can only project 72 different color light frequency waves. When we get to fourth, it will jump, I think, to 123 or 128. And then when we go to fifth, it's off the scale compared to where we are presently. And of course, everything's different. All physicality is different because you're in a completely different physical frequency realm. And everything changes because it has to. It has to adapt to the multiple frequencies, etc. So where we are now here in third density is that the frequency shifts that are coming are taking the lower frequency realms, and what they're doing is they're overlapping them into the higher. So what's happening is instead of this band of 72 frequencies, what's happening now is that they are overlapping like this, and the higher frequencies are the ones that we are specifically being drawn to. And as this happens, if my understanding about this process is correct, as we start vibrating to the higher frequencies, the lower realms will begin to dissipate. And at that point, when we reach fourth density and we jump from 72 to 123 or whatever that actual number is, because they're going through changes now too, you know. This isn't just us, it's everything. As that happens, it's my understanding that third density as we know it, those lower frequencies no longer exist and it implodes. Third density implodes. So the new foundational frequency is fourth, because now we have the 12. You could almost look at this as if third density was an experiment. And it didn't go well. It didn't go as planned. So the universe resets itself and says, okay, that didn't work. So we just reset it. Boom. Third density isn't there. Now we're at fourth. Then we jump to fifth. That's my understanding about how this is all supposed to work. There's no reason to lament anything, because if it doesn't serve humanity, if it isn't something that's truly positive, you know, the universe fixes it. It always does. It's self-creating, self-healing. It's just like us. We do the same thing. If we're in a situation that's no good, we get out of it. We make a change. We alter that. And then we move towards what we want or what we're drawn to that heals and feels and empowers us. This is no different. Where do you think we get those ideas? We get that from creation, because that's how creation acts. If it's not of service and it doesn't benefit everyone, then it goes away. It's self-correcting, self-healing. We're all like that. We are. It's nature. It's who we are.
If we are here on Earth during this period of the Great Awakening and awake to everything that has been occurring, can we assume that we were originally from off-world and are here to assist humanity through this period?
Whoever asked the question, that's not an if we are. You are. Okay, there's no ifs here. You are part of this process. We are going through this transition. We are here to not only help ourselves, but to help others. We are here to love all unconditionally. In your desire to want to help others, you must include yourself, because you are experiencing this as well for the first time. This jump of third into fourth. You're here experiencing this for the first time, just like the rest of us. So you must include yourself. Do not detach your own personal experience from this because you want to focus on helping others. That's absolutely commendable. And frankly, it's the way we should all be. But do not separate your helping them from your own personal experience. You're experiencing this just like them. That's important, not to detach from this experience because you want to focus on others. You've got to focus on yourself as well. Because the more you are, the more you have to give. If you just give, you're going to find yourself empty. We've all been there. We've all been there. I got the sweatshirt. Okay? I know what I'm talking about. The more you are, the more you have to give. So, you focus on you. The more that you are, then you can share it. Do not share all of it and not nurture yourself. You will screw yourself in the end. Don't do it. And I'm speaking from experience.
Hi, Alex. Could you please tell us about the Anunaki? Are they a reptilian or reptilian hybrid race? Some say they're reptilian, some say not. Where are they within the hierarchy of the reptilian empire? Are they playing any role in today's happenings on Earth?
And the answer to the latter part is yes. They are involved. They have to be involved because we have their DNA. All of the 22 races are involved because we have their DNA. And what happens here affects them in some way. There's so many books about the Anunnaki. I don't want to waste time with that, when there are reams and reams and reams of information regarding that. They're a hybrid race as well. They are half reptilian, half human, half aquatic. They are a merger of many different races. Because, as their system travels, they've mated with many different species. They're genetic scientists. They tinker. They have been both benevolent and they have been warrior and they have been enslavers. I guess it all depends on who's in charge at the time. They're a monarchy. And they are subject to moods, good ones and bad ones. So, they have not always treated humanity with great care. So, but that information is out there on the web for you to read and research.
On becoming sovereign, is there a process, lawful or political, that we should begin as well in order to stand in our power and royalty as 22 strand star beings? American state nationals movement or assemblies? What do the A's say about this, as no one's going to do it for us? Thank you so much for all, Alex. Thank you so much, Alex, for all you are. Namaste.
Namaste. That's a really, really good question. And that is going to be unfolding and is in fact unfolding as we speak. And you're right, no one's going to do it for us. I guess what it really comes down to is, and I was just literally just talking about that, what do we do with this new freedom? What is it that we're supposed to do? Now, in creating our world, in remaking our world, what is it that we want? It always comes to that. It always comes down to that. What is it that we want? What do we want that we can create that will benefit all of humanity and future generations? The Native Americans, whenever they would decide something for the tribe, they would sit down in councils and with other tribes, and they would talk about how does this affect 7 generations from now. I think that's a practice we need to relearn. How are all these changes going to affect the next 7, 8, 10 generations? And in doing that, in having those conversations, it takes us out of the now and it literally projects us into the future. And in so doing, if we look at where we're going to be 10 generations from now, we can reverse engineer our decision today. And that's thinking holographically. And that's something we're going to just have to learn to do. The same thing with education. In the garbage that the school system, the government school system to teach these kids, they are not at all prepared for the world. They're not, or these changes. We're going to have to redo everything. But the same thing applies. What skills will they need? What knowledge will they need 10 generations from now? Now, we may not know, but we can create now a curriculum that allows space and room for change. Why are school kids still using school books that are 20 years old? Because that science then doesn't apply to today at all. Those opinions then don't apply at all to today. They never have. And that's what we're teaching kids, because we allowed them to be frickin' lazy. Education has to be real time. Always real time. I don't know how to do this. I'm learning and figuring it out just like you. I know some of the questions to ask, but I don't necessarily know how we're going to do it. That's something we're all going to have to figure out. Maybe that's going to be part. Maybe we will be given suggestions through the mentoring process. Maybe Space Force has already put together some things that it already knows because of its interaction with the Alliance of how we're going to do this and the direct approach in order to take humanity into the 23rd, 24th, 25th century. But it's going to mean letting go of what we currently have now because it doesn't work. It's ineffective. It's broken. It's broken. So there's a lot of work to do. And we're up for it. I know we're up for it. As long as we're not in survival. As long as we don't have to figure out how to survive, we will have the time and the ability to do these things for our families and for each other. And not to be in survival, we have to completely trash this fiat currency system, this Rothschild manipulative, enslaved currency system. It's got to go away, and no one should lament it, because there's no future with this system. None whatsoever. You will own nothing and be happy.
Are you able to explain what to expect prior to the shift to 5D? Will there be a noticeable change in the environment or the way we feel that gives us a clue that the movement of full transition will soon occur?
Yes, I would think so. I think the shift from third density physicality into fourth density physicality, you will not be able to sleepwalk through that. So if you haven't noticed any shift in everything by then you will never notice the shift from fourth into fifth. Not everyone's going to fifth, at least not right away. My understanding is, and this is what I was alluding to earlier, we have many different soul groups here. One of the largest groups or soul groups that are here are from fifth density. We have also very large soul groups from fourth density. It is my understanding that when we get to fourth, those who came to Earth from the fourth density, those soul groups, will have an opportunity to remain there if they so choose. And you can either incarnate into different star systems, or you may remain there. You may link up with your star family in fourth density, and you can choose to stay there. Those of us who came in on fifth density, it is the understanding that I have is that they will be moving through fourth, and they will be riding the planet Earth, Terra, into fifth. And they will be going home using the Earth as their spaceship. And those who are soul groups that are here from 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and or 11, at that juncture of moving into fifth, they will at that point leave their physical form and return home to their respective soul groups on the densities in which they were before they fell into time. That's my understanding about how it works. Will that change? Anything's possible. I mean, we are participating in the creation of this adventure. All of us are. But my understanding is that that's basically how it's going to work. So, and that's all I have about that at the moment. But I wanted to share that piece, that those of us on fifth will be taking Earth into fifth. We will be riding with her. And for those who are fifth dimensional soul groups, they will be going home that way. Those of you who are fourth, you'll be home already. You will have ridden the mother from third into fourth, and then you will be there. Now, do you ride from fourth into fifth? I don't have that information. I do not. So we'll see. This is all new. Much of this has never happened before. So there are no manuals just yet. We're the first. We're the first.
There you have it, fellow truth seekers. An enlightening and exhilarating rapid-fire question and answer session with the remarkable Alex Collier, sharing his profound encounters with the benevolent Andromedan extraterrestrial beings. As we continue on our cosmic journey, let us embrace the wisdom of the Andromedans and carry their message of love, unity, and compassion with us. Together, we can create a world where humanity stands united, ready to embrace the wonders that await us in the vast expanse of the universe. If you found this rapid-fire question and answer session fascinating, don't forget to hit that like button and share this video with your friends and family. Subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on more captivating content like this. Thank you for joining us on this incredible adventure. Until next time, may the stars guide you on your path of enlightenment and exploration, and remember to always seek knowledge and stay curious. If you would like to see Andromedan Contactee Alex Collier live via video stream, we host an online seminar 3 times a month on a Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. For more information and dates of upcoming online seminars, please visit alexcollier.org. Please click on one of the above videos to seek more of Alex Collier's knowledge.